Yo, what's up YouTube? I'm Jay. Welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel. And in today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys the 4 easy and best ways to grow your Fortnite clan in 2023. Now, before we hop right in this video, I just want to say please consider subscribing to the channel. Let's try and hit 1,000 subscribers by Christmas. Without further ado, let's hop right into today's video. Now, the first step you're going to want to do is hyper focus on YouTube and Discord while maintaining a Twitter and an Instagram. Now, on your YouTube channel, you're going to want to make some weekly uploads and have one day and one time you upload your videos every single week. This just gives like a quick little schedule for your subscribers and viewers. So like, they'll just they kind of have a subconscious time when they're going to go watch your videos if you get this nice little schedule going. And also you make sure you try and get people into your team's Discord server and have it linked and just shout it out as much as possible. The YouTube videos is going to give your community videos to watch and stuff that keeps them entertained with the team, while the Discord keeps the community interactive with you guys. They can talk to your players, they can talk to you guys. It's a good way to meet some really good people that are interested in joining. Now, you're going to have to really focus. Like your Twitter and Instagram should be your second focus, while your Discord should be, that's going to be the thing you're going to have to be most interactive with and have a lot of people in it. It's going to be the hardest thing to do as a team. You have to be extremely active on the Discord, or your team will die as the owner or a co-owner, or however important you are to your team. Now for the YouTube, of course, just get good quality videos on your YouTube. It's actually better to do, montages will be good at first, but people get very bored of montages. So have some actual videos, whether it's a tournament video or like a challenge video with some of your players. That's going to be the best way to grow your YouTube, is weekly posts at the same time, same date, with some longer term content. Now for your Twitter, you're just going to want to post or tweet one thing every single day, trying to get the team out there a little bit, trying to get some more community to talk to. So it's another way to be interactive with your community. You're just doing it on Twitter. Instagram, you can upload 3 times a week would be best. Nothing too crazy. Do like a Monday, Wednesday, Friday upload schedule or post schedule. The best way to grow a team Instagram is just be really consistent. I mean, team Instagrams don't really do too much, but it kind of expands your digital footprint for your team, and that's very important. But make sure you're focusing on Discord and YouTube primarily, and Twitter, Instagram will just slowly start to take care of itself. Now the second step is have good branding, and good branding is not just your logo and other things like that. It is actually brand voice, your thumbnails, all that other stuff is very important to your branding. So of course you're going to have a good logo, you're going to have good thumbnails, and your thumbnails have to be similar to each other, because if you go to a channel like Mr. Beast's channel and you look at his thumbnails, or David Dobrik's a good example, it's a David Dobrik thumbnail or Mr. Beast thumbnail. If you can just look at it, you're going to want to come up with something kind of original that kind of is your branding, and it will kind of give people something, like if they see it, they'll know, oh, that's a team video. This is just a good way for your team to brand on YouTube. And on Instagram it's a little bit harder, and Twitter, but the good way I'm doing this is called a brand invoice. Now a good example of this is, so our team was Team H2O. Team H2O kind of died. It just did. It was too much. It got too big too fast, and we didn't have the people to help it, so it just kind of died. But we were Team H2O, and that's kind of based around water. And even though I clearly do not live, I don't live on a beach, I live kind of more in the Midwestern region, I guess. I live in West Virginia. That's besides the point. If you kind of look at Team H2O, you think of water, and we did a lot of blue. That was our team's color. So we kind of try to make our team voice, and on our Twitter and our Instagram, we used a lot of hang loose emojis and stuff that kind of reminds you of the beach. It kind of made it seem like our team's invoice was like a surfer guy that's just into gaming. That's kind of how we went about it. We were pretty chill vibes. We weren't anything crazy, but a good way to have a good team invoice is base your team on something that can be related to a location, or be a team that is a location based team. So if you want to be New York something or something like that, so if you're a team based out of New York, or your team name is Liberty or something like that, you can have your team talk like a New Yorker, if you know how to talk like a New Yorker. Now don't make it it has to be if you look at it, you're like, oh no, that's a New Yorker. And that's how a team invoice works, and it works really, really well. It's a good way to brand your team. So if you see a tweet, you can kind of know it's them. Like for us on our Twitter, a good example is we always use the hang loose emoji, like I said before. If you're something like that, you can do something. New York has a lot of lingo. This doesn't just work for New York. This works for LA, Houston. Different regions have their own way of speaking, and this is just something you can do to help grow your team. It is very, very effective, and it is the best way to brand your team. The third step is to hold community events on your Discord. Now you can do a community teamtage and stuff like that, like little movie nights on Discord. Nothing too crazy, just got to keep your community involved. You can do polls and all kinds of other stuff. It's a very, very easy way to keep your community involved. You just got to figure them out and do something original, do something fun for your team, probably weekly or monthly. I know I briefly covered Instagram and Twitter a little bit ago, but the third step is post 3 times a week on Instagram and post daily on Twitter. Now, I want to go in a little bit more depth with this. With Instagram, you can get away with a little bit more. This is where you're going to want to post your montages and just other things like that. Instagram is more like pictures and short-term content based. Now, something you don't want to do is be one of those teams that just takes TikToks or makes a TikTok that is completely unrelated to your team and posts them. Sure, the account will blow up, but it's not it's people aren't following you for gaming. They're following you because you're a meme account, kind of. Don't be one of those accounts, but you do want to take advantage of your reels. Now you can do montages, or what I have seen people do is like somebody like Mr. Savage, he will post like one of his late games in a tournament on Instagram, and it will garner a good amount of views, and it kind of shows off some of your talent, and not just with a montage. It'll get more people to stay on your account, and the longer you can get more people to stay on your account, the more Instagram's going to promote you. Now, you can also do this with Instagram carousels or regular Instagram posts like pictures. The more, if you can have a max or a good bit and people are scrolling through, they're going to stay on your account longer, and Instagram's going to promote you. The whole point of your Instagram account is try and get people to stay on your post or your account for as long as possible. Now you got to come up with something original to do this, but you just got to come up with something to keep people on the account, whether it's longer reels, or just something that brings people value. Now for a daily tweet, I don't really understand Twitter too much, but I can say do polls and do other things like that on daily tweets, ask people questions, when make announcements on Twitter. Twitter's gonna be your more mature community. There's not a lot of 12-year-olds on Twitter, but Twitter's more for 14 and up, so you're gonna have to be a little bit more mature over there. And Instagram, of course, you can get away with a little bit more. Take advantage of your Instagram stories, do polls. Always, Instagram stories go out after 24 hours. Always have something up on your Instagram story. It's a good way to get your promotion as well.